What is up, my friends? We are back with tonight's late night news roundup, where we're going to give you the developing story around Ibrahim Konate and his future. We're going to give you the eye-watering numbers involved in Liverpool's deal for Alexander Isak. We'll tell you the officials for the game coming up against Burnley this weekend, and a couple of other bits and pieces that should keep you right up to date with where Liverpool are currently. Also, we'll discuss in a couple of moments about Alexander Isak finally getting some competitive minutes under his belt. And as always, we want to know your thoughts on all of these subjects. So feel free to let me know in the comment section. I hope you enjoy this video. And if you do, don't forget to hit the like button. And of course, why not join the other 350,000 plus people who've subscribed to the channel? We wouldn't be here without your incredible support. And thank you so much once again to everyone that has subscribed. A little bit of housekeeping before we get stuck into the video. A reminder that our last ever stage show will be taking place the 19th of October. Whatever tickets are left are, well, what is left right now, because we won't be able to add any more. So if you want to come and see us, whatever tickets are still available, I think there's about 20 or 30% still to go. You can get them with the QR code on the screen, priced at just £15. It's an all ages event, and all of the money that we raise from the show from our side will be going to Joe's wheelchair basketball chair fund, which we're very proud to be a part of. Right, let's get stuck into it. So let's start with the officials for the game coming up against Burnley. The referee for the game will be England's finest, apparently, Michael Oliver. Assistants will be Stuart Burt and James Mainwaring. Fourth official, Chris Kavanagh. VAR, Paul Tierney, and assistant VAR, Edward Smart. So I'll let you make your mind up about whether you think that's a good or a bad thing. In a moment, I'm going to move on to the eye-watering numbers in Alexander Isak's deal and what it will probably cost Liverpool over the 6 years. But before then, just want to let you guys know that he did play 20 minutes tonight, or 25 minutes for Sweden, coming off the bench in their defeat. But by all accounts, he looked razor sharp for somebody that hasn't played a lot of competitive football. Now, I haven't seen the highlights yet, but reading on a few things that people have posted, it seems like he doesn't look too far off it. So fingers crossed, that's good signs for us moving forward, and that he will be able to start producing for the Reds soon, because it's a big transfer fee. I think you'll agree. Quite how big? Well, Stefan Borson, former Manchester City staff member, financial guy, guru. Let's go with guru. That's probably the right word. He's been speaking about the numbers involved in the deal, and this is what he had to say. For Newcastle, they clear out £125 million net on the transaction, so that goes straight into their coffers. And then Liverpool, you're looking at £125 million transfer fee. You've got maybe £5 million in solidarity payments, £5 million in a Premier League levy. Then you've got agents' fees. It's going to be about £150 million, he said, all in there. Then you've got the same again, probably over the next 6 years, in wages. It's a £300 million deal over 6 years. It's a massively expensive deal, but he's also a brilliant player. Stefan goes on to say, does it make sense? I don't know. You can only judge these things after the event. But on the face of it, it makes sense, even though it's very expensive. It obviously won't be repeated every summer. This is an exceptional summer for Liverpool. And what does it break down to? If his numbers there are roughly right, 50 million quid a year for 6 years for Liverpool as an expense. Well, if he bangs in the goals and starts delivering in that regard, it'll be money well spent. But we just wanted to let you guys know about some of the huge numbers involved in that, and what a big statement it was from our club and our owners, and a backing for Arne Slot, who, by the way, should probably be due his own contract extension soon. Remember, he only signed a 3-year deal when he joined. So, Paul Joyce has been speaking or writing about Ibrahim Konate, and he said that while Liverpool do not want to lose Konate, they will not beg anybody to stay at Anfield. And there are various reports today to suggest that he's closing in on a deal to Real Madrid, but just as we were going live tonight, Independent posted something, which I will move on to now, and he said, exclusive, take it with a pinch of salt, not saying it's a fact, but to give Independent some credit, the account has got a lot right this summer. So they write, Liverpool submitted a new contract offer to Ibrahim Konate, and Konate's agent was handed the details today. So that's what he's had to say on it. So hopefully that's correct. Look, ultimately, I do think Konate will probably go. I have no inside information on this. I'm just going off gut feeling. If that is true and a contract offer is going into him today, well, hopefully it's numbers that his agent will like. But Liverpool will probably know very quickly then where we stand one way or the other. I'm a little bit confused, though, because some reports say that Liverpool, if they can't agree, will want to get a fee in January. I don't know if Konate would want to move in January. I don't know if Liverpool would want to lose a defender halfway through a season without having a replacement. Of course, that probably plays into the whole Mark A situation, which again, one report from the Echo, and I think it was Chris Bascom, suggested that Liverpool are going to wait till the end of the season and bring in Mark A on a free, which I can understand. But if there's any talk of selling Konate in January, well, you can't go through the rest of the season then with just Virgil van Dijk, the young lad Giovanni Leone, Joe Gomez and Nallo as a backup. That's just nowhere near good enough for the business end of the season. So a lot to sort out there, but ultimately I'm still nervy about it. I hope Konate signs a new deal and stays. I hope we go get Mark A as well at the end of the season and bring him in. But my gut feeling on it is that Konate is probably going to leave. Now, we ran a poll tonight in the channel where we asked, do you think Ibrahim Konate will sign a new contract? And after 2,500 votes, 80% said they don't think he will sign a new deal and that he will leave Liverpool either in January or on a free. So let me know in the comments whether you agree or disagree with that one. Squawka put up a really interesting set of numbers tonight. The most goals and assists in the Premier League since Mohamed Salah joined Liverpool. So we'll work this list through from 10 to 1. At number 10, Gabriel Jesus, who had 219 appearances and 105 goals and assists. Ollie Watkins had 187 games and 109 goals and assists. Number 8 on the list, Bruno Fernandes of Manchester United, 198 games, 114 goals and assists. Marcus Rashford, who, by the way, apparently Barcelona are considering getting rid of him already, but look, that's for another day. 254 games since Mo's been in the league, 118 goals and assists. Number 6 on the list, Jamie Vardy of Leicester City, who had 237 games played since Mo's been in, with 132 goals and assists. Now we're breaking into the top 5. 5th on the list, Raheem Sterling, 135 goals and assists in 237 games. Number 4, no surprise here, Kevin De Bruyne, 224 games. He's contributed 150 goals and assists in that Manchester City team. Harry Kane, 204 games with 169 goals and assists. Second, his teammate at Spurs, Son Heung-min, who played 271 games and had 173 goals and assists. But clear and by quite a way at the very top of this list is the great man, Mohamed Salah. In 291 games, he has managed 272 goals and assists in a Liverpool shirt, far and away head and shoulders above anybody else. So ladies and gentlemen, that is it for tonight. But the good news, at least I hope it is, we'll be back tomorrow with a video at about 4:30. Late night agenda stream as always tomorrow night at 8:45, and of course a news update video. If you remember, good news, the Anfield Agenda podcast will be out at 11 o'clock tonight. If you're not a member of the channel, don't worry, it will be out for everybody at 11 a.m. in the morning, both on YouTube and of course on Spotify as a video podcast as well. So that is it for tonight. Great to be back with you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Much love. Bye-bye.